Prince Harry's close friend admits Duke cheated ahead of major royal milestone. Prince Harry's good friend David Wiseman joined a Right Royal podcast to chat about how the royal came up with the Invictus Games, with a very surprising timeline. Prince Harry's Invictus Games have been a huge triumph since they were launched back in 2014. But Harry's good friend and a director at the Invictus Games Foundation, David Wiseman, revealed that he was caught somewhat off guard when Harry went rogue while discussing the timeline of the event's first ever launch. Chatting on the Right Royal podcast, David spoke about how they were inspired after visiting the Warrior Games, a US-based event for injured service personnel and veterans, with Harry wanting to internationalize the games. He explained, "The morning after, we were sitting in a hotel in Colorado, reflecting on what we'd just seen. We were sitting down at breakfast. It wasn't a meeting or anything like that. And Harry said, 'Look, this is absolutely brilliant. What we've seen here is absolutely brilliant. What we need to do is internationalize this. We need to invite allies and nations from all over the world. We're going to put it in the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. It needs to be on the BBC. This is going to be massive. We'll have a closing concert.' He could see it before anyone else could." He added, "Anyone who sits back and is a bit disparaging, from my personal experience, he has been the visionary from the very beginning, and has been incredibly involved and incredibly proud of his involvement in it." Speaking about how his royal pal went rogue, he continued, "We didn't realize the time frame that he made in mind. Bearing in mind that was May 2013, we went back to the Warrior Games that afternoon, and he stood on stage at the podium. And I think it had been written in his speech, that vision to say, 'Look, we'd like to do this.' I think he'd added his own note that said next year. He went rogue. We were like, what? Next year?" For a long time, there were 3 or 4 of us at the Royal Foundation managing this project. September 2014, we were there, Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. It might have been by the skin of our teeth, but we were there. For the Invictus Games launch in 2014, there were 9 nations involved, with Jill Biden attending as a US delegate, and the Foo Fighters performing at the closing concert, so a huge success all around. David added, "It was massive and we pulled that all together from May 2013 to September 2014. David was additionally full of praise for how personable Harry is, adding, "He fits in, he's a fun guy, and he fits in with that army environment. I only ever see him through that sense. But I've been on enough engagements with him with civilians and you can see he settles in with military or veteran companionship." Prince Harry and Meghan's popularity continues to dwindle. The couple have found themselves as the punchline of the joke on several popular TV shows. Prince Harry and Meghan are now facing a new round of mockery from another animated series, this time from Seth MacFarlane's series Family Guy. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped down as senior members of the royal family in 2020, citing their wish for a more private life as one of the main reasons for their decision to leave the UK. Despite this, the couple never seemed too far away, with their presence very much in the public domain, as well as making the news on a regular basis. Harry and Meghan have also been mocked many times on various television shows, as well as on social media. Harry and Meghan have been subjected to yet another humiliating attack, this time on the cartoon satire Family Guy. The latest episode of the popular TV series, which aired on Sunday, mocks the couple by poking fun at the pair's lucrative deal with Netflix. The scene also implies that influencing is one of the only ways that the couple can make money. During the episode, a servant is seen walking up to the couple on sun loungers with an envelope, telling them, "Sir, you're millions from Netflix for no one knows what." Harry responds, "Put it with the rest of them." Earlier this year, the couple were mocked by long-running American sitcom South Park. The episode, which aired back in February, began with the news that the Queen of Canada, who bared a resemblance to the late Queen Elizabeth II, had died. A young couple, who mirror the Sussexes, are shown attending the funeral, but are booed by the rest of the family for bashing the Canadian monarchy. Then appearing on a breakfast television show, the couple are seen holding placards which read, "We want privacy and stop looking at us." Back in 2020, just a few months after their decision to step down as senior royals, The pair were mocked on the British TV show Splitting Image. The show, which sees outlandish puppets act out bizarre storylines, also saw the late Queen and Charles and Camilla make an appearance. Splitting Image is previously known for its antics, but it returned for a new series with the Sussexes in the firing line. In one scene, Harry is seen with a box of crowns, asking his wife if they can go in the recycling bin. Meghan can then be heard telling him to toss them on the goodwill pile. Shortly after Harry's 60-minute interview was released earlier this year to promote his memoir Spare, Jimmy said that watching the chat is a great chance to hear Harry and Meghan's story. Thank you for watching. If you like our video, would you please help us like, share and subscribe our channel. Wish you happy to see our videos. Thank you very much.